we got? Pisces in the house. Any sun signs in Pisces, north nodes, ascendants, south nodes in Pisces, or even Lilith in Pisces. If you know your astrological birth chart, then you'll have a sense of if you've got some Pisces going on. If you do, that means this could be a very powerful month for you. So when you've got a particular zodiac sign that is strong in your chart, this is the month that you really want to leverage that, because you have a strong resonance with that energy. You understand it. It's in your bones, so to speak. So let's see who's here. Oh, Rachel's here. Hello, Rachel. Cool. All right. Can everyone see my screen? Just holler out if you can't. And we've got a few new people joining today. So if you haven't used Zoom before, it's very simple. I'm going to be asking questions during this call, and it's very interactive. So you can comment, answer questions, and ask questions in the chat box. So just go to the bottom of your Zoom screen and hit the chat icon, and you can type away to your heart's content. I really love seeing your comments come through. It just helps with the vibe of the whole call. So Angelique has got midheaven in Pisces. Okay, that's good. So midheaven, your 10th house, is your work, career, profession. So this is also very relevant if you have your midheaven in Pisces. If you're not sure about your astrological chart, it's very easy to get a free chart online, and you'll know some of this stuff for next time. Okie dokes. So we are in the final cycle of the year, the natural year. So we're in the water aspect this month, and we're talking about vision. So this is the final month where we're really distilling down everything that's happened throughout the entire year, seeing what is left, and then carrying that seed through to plant in the following natural year when we start Aries. So that's what Pisces is about, really distilling all that has happened, doing a huge review and tuning in, feeling it in your bones. It's a very personal month. So before we go on, I want to just mention, check your inbox tomorrow, because this is when I send you not only the recording of the workshop today, but also the action sheets, the worksheets in Google Docs, for you to work through some of the teachings from today so you can apply them to your business. These action sheets are also what you want to use if you're doing partnering this month. And I'm going to talk about partnering at the end of the call today. Okie dokes. So before we talk about Pisces, we got to talk about the eclipse period that just ended. It was a doozy, and eclipses happen in pairs, 6 months apart. So we've just finished the eclipse season. It ended last week with the solar eclipse. And what this means for you, any eclipse season is an opportunity for a significant upgrade in your personal life and in your business. So this is actually a new aspect, a new page that's included in the Natural Cycle Planner this year. And the purpose is so that you can get far more intentional as to how you leverage these eclipse periods in your business. So leading up to and just after the eclipse, so we're just after the eclipse still now, it's only a week ago, you want to get clear on what your intention is. What did you get from that eclipse? What was the purpose or the meaning for you? And how does that translate into your business? So for me, just to give you some examples, the lunar eclipse, my intention going into that eclipse, some of you know that I was booked to do my first ever stand-up comedy routine, and that's why my intention was all about that. How am I going to have full creative expression from my heart so I can actually fill the stage with something that is basically me, bare? So that was my intention going into that eclipse time, and it was very heightened, that feeling I had at the time. That's what eclipses do. They heighten the energy. They exacerbate. They amplify what is already there. just like a full moon does normally. Eclipses are full moons on steroids. They really push us beyond our comfort zones. They are designed to upgrade our way of operating. Solar eclipse. So the recent solar eclipse, what distilled for me, I had no idea leading up to the eclipse what my intention was. This only came after the eclipse. And that was to co-create with my soul family. So I've never had that intention before in any other eclipse, and that's what came of it for me. The reason this is relevant is because we are in the year review period, and we've just had an upgrade. So this is going to help carry you through this month of Pisces as you're looking at how your business is going to be upgraded in the next natural year. So you want to know what's going to be different next time round. Not just more of the same. This is an upgrade too. Cool. Any questions about your eclipse period or eclipses in general, how they apply to your work? If you'd like, you can certainly share your intentions, or if you've had any epiphanies or clarity since the eclipse has ended. Next eclipse season starts in August. We've got another 6 months or so before we have to go through it again. Now, the benefit of doing this page here is that when the eclipse season starts in August and you set your clear intention for the lunar and the solar eclipse, you have it written down. So 6 months later, when that season finishes, like we've just done now, you can look back on those intentions and go, okay, so what was the theme here? How am I building on these intentions that I started with 6 months ago? They're all pairs, remember. They're all linked. Cool. Oh, Tracy has North Node in Pisces. This is a good month for you then, Tracy. Cool, cool. Jody, my Sisterhood Showcase major public event was born the day following the eclipse. Amazing. That's it. So that pretty much sets the tone for you for this next 6 months. If that happened bang after the next eclipse, after the day of the eclipse, that's going to flavor the whole period to come. Good on you, Jody. Something obviously popped for you there. Priscilla, Saturn and Chiron in Pisces. Interesting. Okay. Good. I'm glad you're all looking up your charts. Okay, let's move on to Pisces. So Pisces, bringing the future to the present. So Pisces is a very visionary time. It's about looking not only in the past and what needs to be released, it's also about looking to the future. The visionary, the third eye, looking beyond. What is the meaning of all of this? What is the meaning of my business? What am I really doing this for? You know, how does this help society? So Pisces is the altruistic one who thinks about the greater good, the final impact of our actions. It is not self-centric. We start the year with that, with Aries. Pisces on the other end, it's all about everyone else. So traditionally, this period, which is about vision, traditionally, Pisces can get very ungrounded and fantastical. They love to live in fantasy. So it can be non-productive kind of energy, you know, too much going with the flow. It can be a lonely path, quite a disconnected path, because when you're floating in the water, like a fish, there's nothing to anchor to. So too much going with the flow can be isolating. And being carried by life without giving back. That's the real shadow side of Pisces vision, is going with the flow. I'm being carried by life, but am I really giving back to society in gratitude to society? Am I really being of service in exchange for what I receive? Because remember, the balance of Pisces is Virgo. So Tracy, you've got a Pisces North Node, your South Node's in Virgo. So you come from that very Virgoan energy of being of service, being responsible, being organized. So that is the balancer for Pisces. So that's what we're looking for this month. What's the balance of Pisces and Virgo? What is that really about? So natural vision is about looking at what is the cause, what is the impact at the end of the day of the work we are doing, the benefit to society. And this is how millennials are wired. This is why cause-driven, purpose-driven business is taking off, almost to the point where if you're a company in particular, or even a business, and you don't have a greater purpose, mission behind your business, then you lose people. Because according to studies that they've done, they've found that over 60% of consumers will switch to a brand that has a mission. We're going to explore what that actually means today. What does it mean to have a cause behind your business? And what are the variations of that? So, natural vision, looking at the cause, the impact of our work. It's very ritualistic and receptive, Pisces. So natural vision is about being open to what the universe is calling us to do next. So beyond our personal impulses, what is co-creation really about? I'm co-creating with the earth. I'm co-creating with all of humanity here. What is really behind what I'm doing? Because ultimately, it's not just us running a business. We're doing it in co-creation with the universe. The universe has to be on board unless we want to work really hard, harder than we need to. So natural vision, when you're a fish in a school of fish, sometimes you have to break away from the tide, from the school, and do things a little bit differently before you start swimming with the school again. So it's not all about going with the flow this month. We do have to explore, well, you know, what's concrete about our business in terms of giving back. So what this means is essentially social responsibility. That's what balanced Pisces in business is all about. So yes, you have this vision for a better future, for all of humanity, or a slice of humanity, but really, what are you doing about it on the ground? That's what Virgo would say. So questions to be asking ourselves this month. What dream are you bringing into being? So we don't want to stay in the clouds. We want to bring that dream to earth. What is the dream? And what are you known for in your industry? So this comes back to social responsibility. How do other people see you? What do they see you doing that appears to be socially responsible? You caring for society in some way. That's not just about making a profit to support your life in business. That moves beyond that. And how does your business give back to society? So these are all very lofty ideals, but we want to ground them this month. We want to make it real. We want to come out of this month with some solid actions that we take into the next natural year. Any questions before we move on? Are we percolating with ideas? Question marks, curiosity. How is my business socially responsible? Good question. So firstly, we're going to talk about vision. What is your vision for a more beautiful world? So Pisces is very connected to this. They know in their hearts what is possible, what, you know, being truly humane is. A humane human, a kind, peaceful person in this world. So they dream of beauty. They know beauty in their hearts. And that's what they want to create in the outer world. So your vision starts with a dream. Now I'm going to take, because we're in Pisces, we're actually going to do a very short visualization or tuning in right now. Now let's just see momentarily what you receive or what you see about your dream. So take a moment, just close your eyes. Just center yourself in your body, relax into your body. And now ask, what do you see? What is the dream that you hold in your heart for your business? It might appear to you as an image, some words. When you really feel this dream, it will hit you in the heart. Maybe even make you cry. If you want to share, you can share. If you want to stay in this state for a bit longer as I'm speaking, you can stay in this state, because I want to add another piece to the equation. Your dream for your business is not just your dream. It is also the dream of your business deva. Your business deva is the soul of your business. So just like we as humans have a soul, our business has a soul. Every creation has a soul, has an energetic entity, an equivalent, a blueprint, if you like, in the non-physical world. And that blueprint, that deva, holds the highest vision, the highest version, if you like, of that creation. So like our souls know what's best for us, and they know at a higher level what we are capable of, our true potential, your business has that equivalent, your business deva. And some of you already know about this and have had time building your relationship with your business deva. I've been doing it for the last 3 years, and probably this alone has transformed my business more than anything else. Knowing that it's not just me creating this business, that I have support, that I have guidance, that there is a blueprint to follow that doesn't have to come from me. So your deva has a dream too for your business, and it is up to you to communicate, to ask for that guidance. Asking the question, what is it that you see as the dream for this business? And when I did this exercise myself, I did it twice. I did it once with my own dream and once in co-creation with my business deva. And only when I did that process with my business deva I ended up in tears. It made me cry, because what she showed me was so much more than I alone could have dreamed. And this is what she showed me: that the mother tree of sacred business spreads seeds around the world, which germinate into forests of self-supporting ecosystems. Very idealistic, lofty, not grounded, not meant to be. That's what a dream is. And when I was shown this by my business deva, she showed me in imagery. So I saw these seeds stretching out from the mother tree and planting trees around the world. So that is what she wants. That's what she sees is possible. And me, as the custodian of this business, I have an opportunity. We could see it as a responsibility, but it's certainly an opportunity to facilitate that, to elevate myself, to elevate sacred business to that vision. So if you already have that established relationship with your business deva, you can tune in now. See what else you receive. So this is the time to be doing this stuff. You know, I don't teach this kind of thing normally on workshops because it's not really appropriate in other months. Most other months are action oriented. This month, it's mostly tuning in and only acting from what guidance you receive. So when your dream reaches the ground, that's when the vision can become reality. So that's what we're wanting to do. We're wanting to ground the dream, make it real, and then turn it into action. So we're going to go through what that looks like today. So remember, when you are going through this process, you are looking for the highest vision, the highest possible outcome for your business being in the world. And it absolutely doesn't have to look anything like this example. So when it reaches the ground, how it reaches the ground is as a tree grows with a seed that is planted beneath the surface. So now I'm going to just ask you to close your eyes and visualize your business tree, i.e., your business as a tree. So closing your eyes, asking to be shown, show me my business as a tree. What sort of tree is it? How established is it? What does it look like? So you may notice peculiarities about your tree. When I did this exercise, I noticed that my tree was top heavy. It had a very full canopy, strong trunk, but not the root system didn't match the branches. So a balanced tree will have a mirror image almost of the branches and the roots in terms of size and reach. So just make a note now. We're going to touch on this later. Make a note now of what you see in your business tree. And perhaps what is lacking in your business tree. What nutrients or growth does your business really need right now? This is going to help you to ground your vision. You can do this at any time, by the way, any time you like. If you're not sure what your business needs, ask to look at your business as a tree and just interpret what you see. Okay, any questions about this section? This is just really the lead-in. Okay. Next, we're talking about your cause. How do you support your cause? How is your business supporting the cause that it stands for? Now, your cause is the mission behind your business. It's ultimately who or what you're serving on the ground. So back in Sagittarius, when we talked about legacy, sharing your legacy, that wasn't a grounded thing. That was more about your message. How do I communicate my mission behind my business? This month, we're really bringing it to earth and going, okay, so how does my business actually support that mission on the ground? How does it give back to society? So this is where you have an opportunity to really stand for something. And you're not going to please everyone with your cause. You're actually making a choice. You're choosing a slice of society that you want to help most. Gone are the days where it's okay to just help everyone. We actually need a specific, targeted mission. And that's what you become known for in your industry. You will become known for this, and people will seek out businesses that have or that stand for a cause. I'm going to give you my example in a moment. So what you do when you have a cause is you can make your consumers altruistic the people that are attracted to your brand end up becoming advocates of the same cause. They align with your cause. So, of course, sacred business is very obviously, the cause is Mother Earth. We'll break that down in a moment. But it's about nature. It's about bridging humans with nature, reestablishing that connection. And so people who are attracted to sacred business, whether they were switched on to this cause before or not, they end up over time aligning with that cause themselves and becoming champions of it. So that's the opportunity you have here, is to really build a groundswell around the cause that you choose. So there's a difference between a dream and a cause. A dream is up in the clouds. A cause is at the ground level on earth. Who are you ultimately helping? How are you giving back to society? I love the example of tribal cultures, which when they take, leaves from a tree, or plants from the ground, they leave an offering. They might leave an offering of, some sacred herbs, or they might leave feathers, or they might leave sand or animal skin, anything that is sacred or special to them that they value, they give it back to the place that they took from. And in many cultures as well, tribal cultures, indigenous cultures actually do rituals when they kill an animal. So they will do a ritual for hours before they consume that animal. So that is their form of giving back. This is what I mentioned before about Pisces being ritualistic. A healthy Pisces is ritualistic because it recognizes that I have taken from the earth, so I must give back. Is this resonating with you? Are you feeling very Piscean right now? Are we helping you to tune in? Are you feeling watery? Are you getting a sense of what your cause is? Are you really tuning into the cause of your business? Okay. Rightio. Priscilla's saying, I was at an experiential astrology workshop the day after the eclipse. Re Black Moon Lilith, which is in Sag for me, finding my big voice. Yeah, that's cool. Very powerful thing to do at an eclipse period is to work with your Lilith, whatever sign Lilith is in for you. Tracy, I just have to go and pick up my daughter. Oh, right. Okay. No worries. Okay. So let's look at your tree, your business as a tree. Because Pisces, being the final sign, it's like the tree is fully formed by the end of the natural year. So in the canopy, this is where you reach out to others and you touch others and you support others through your branches and your leaves. Your why. This is your message. Now, I encourage you to come up with a message for your mission in one line. And if you need some guidance on this, I highly recommend Tad Hargrave's book, Don't Market Yourself, Market Your Message. Very on theme for today. I will send the link in the email tomorrow. As an example, the one-liner message for sacred business is love people, love nature, love money. We can all thrive together. So this came through a distillation process of really what is at the core of sacred business as, a conscious business, as a social enterprise, potentially one day. So if you can state your why in one sentence, one line, it has more impact. Not only that, and not only for your consumers, but for you. Becomes very clear what you stand for. If you can be very concise with this. The next thing you want to know with your cause is you want to know who, what slice of society are you helping? For me, with Sacred Business, Mother Earth and nature lovers. They're my two groups. One is non-human, obviously, but you do need to have a human component, because remember, if you do want to save animals or plants, you have to save humans first. And I use the word save loosely. So nature lovers, they're the ones I really want to target, because they're already switched on, they're already attuned to nature. I want to empower them with the skills to generate money in a way that doesn't feel harmful for them, but still allows them to succeed in society, rather than feeling like outcasts and, oh my God, I'm prisoner to a job that I hate because there's nothing available for me. I want to show them the path. So that is the how, at the roots level, at the ground level. Your cause is your how. So how I do this, I work with conscious business owners, teach them the skills to succeed in a holistic way, in a sustainable way that supports their life and allows them to give back. And I also do this by supporting trees. So part of my cause, one of the charities I support is Rainforest Rescue. And when I run programs, I donate a percentage of the profit or of the program fee to that charity. That is only one way that you can support a cause. There are many. So fundraising, you can run fundraising events. You'll notice all of these, most of these have some impact in the public eye, that there's public recognition involved here. Not for the purpose of saying, look at me, aren't I great and altruistic, but for the purpose of being seen to have a cause-driven business and to show your cause strengthens the cause. So this isn't just, you know, doing favors for people under the table. This is being known for something. So you can select a charity and you can become a cause advocate. So for, you know, if I choose tree planting, then that's what I'm known for. That's what Sacred Business is known for. You can, of course, volunteer. You can be very mindful of buying social, which means that wherever you spend your money, you deliberately choose other businesses that are doing business in a way that supports your cause. So I deliberately choose nature supporting businesses, even if they're more expensive, over any other business. I should probably be more vocal about that, but you know, this comes with time as the profile of your business grows. Sponsor events. You can become a sponsor, sometimes for very little amount of money. And it doesn't have to be financial sponsorship. You can sponsor an event in kind through just providing resources, for example, other non-financial resources, or even your time. You can become recognized for that. If you have a particular area of expertise, you can sponsor events with that kind of input. Similar to selective pro bono, so when you're offering your services for free, to select people who are part of your cause. So you might selectively choose organizations, maybe non-profit organizations who need business advice, for example, if it were me, or your particular area of expertise. And paying it forward is simply, I'm gifting you this and I ask you to gift it on. I'm gifting you my time, my products, whatever it is. No condition except pay it forward. So there's so many ways that we can run a cause-driven business without getting all legal and financial and having a huge business. You don't have to have a huge amount of money to offer to have a cause-driven business. So how's this landing with you? Any questions? Is anyone not clear on what their slice of society is, or want to ask something about this? Perhaps you haven't thought about this before. That's okay. We'll be doing it again, Pisces, next year. That's how this is all designed, so that every year we get another opportunity to take it a step further. This is a layering process year after year. And you'll be surprised at this time next year how much further along you are in relation to social responsibility and vision. All right. You're all very quiet today, Rachel. So now I'm thinking my one line, building healthy minds and happy hearts, does not really describe my cause of empowerment in childhood to create world peace and love. Cool. I like that. So you're doing a bit of a shift in the way you're seeing your business by the sounds, Rachel. I'll be interested to see what you come up with this month as you distill that vision. Question above, Nat. I'm assuming that's from my question I just asked. All right. Lots of reflective ones here tonight. You are very quiet. Cool. So this is where it gets more business centric for you, as in how you're running your business day to day. What is outdated? When you know your vision, when you're clear on your cause and you know what is required of you to get there, so you know your how, you know how you want to have an impact on society, you got to think about which aspects of your business no longer support your cause. And this is the ideal time of year to review your cause. So every year in Pisces, I revisit my cause and I go, does this still apply? Do I want to change my charity that I support, for example? Do I want to change how I am supporting or giving back? This is the time to review that. So what you'll notice when you're releasing the old is there'll be aspects of your business where the energy is falling and aspects of your business where the energy is rising. This is the simplest way to view this process of releasing the old. So if you imagine a river or an ocean with a tide, tide's going one way, tide's going another way, sometimes in completely opposite directions or crossing one another. And you'll notice, okay, so this is the direction of my business now that I've distilled my vision and my cause. What else is going in flow with that? And what is going against it? So we want to look at what's going against the tide that no longer fits. So you want to look at your offerings, your customers, the software you use, the possessions you use, the resources you use in your business, records, documents. What is being used and what isn't? So that's popularity. So you might notice this in relation to offerings. Which offerings are dying off? The energy is falling. While another aspect of the business is rising. So I've noticed this myself in the last few months. The creator profile sessions that I offer, where people send me their body photos and I type their creator type. Those sessions, I can feel the energy around them is shifting. It's starting to die off so that the creator constitution sessions can rise, can be born. So in March, that's what will happen, is those creator profile sessions will be superseded with a full creator constitution. And for those of you who want that, by the way, you'll be credited for your creator profile if you've just had one with me. So that's all seamless. But it's such a great example of, okay, so this offering is being superseded now. If I wasn't aware of that rise and fall of energy, I'd just keep the other one going and add the new one on. And that's what people typically do. And what happens? Your customers get confused and go, what? So hang on, how did that transition happen? Is this old one still apply? You know? So it's very important this month that you put those offerings, etc., to bed. offerings and other aspects of your business do need to be retired. And this includes customers. Which customers no longer are swimming in the direction of your cause, your vision? So you want to release them so they can swim in another direction that's more aligned for them. So this is really common too. People want new customers to come into their business. They want new business, but have they released the old business that no longer applies? So it's really helpful to name those customers. Who's not swimming in my direction? Okay, we'll finish that up now. And in a Piscean way, of course, with courtesy and delicacy and feeling. So, of course, the Virgo wants to go, well, what about software and programs and systems and other resources that we use in our business? That's valid too. You got to do the TikTok stuff as well. That means going through all your files on your computer, chucking out the stuff that no longer applies. I have a huge job ahead of me this month with all of that. But drawing the line in the sand is very useful. What's being retired? What is still valid? What happens when you do that is what you embrace and go, okay, this is still current. That suddenly gets a surge of energy, because you're not trying to keep all these balls in the air at once. You've gone, okay, I'm putting those to bed, and wow, all this energy for the stuff that still applies. And for your customers that you truly want to serve, suddenly they get all this extra energy from you. Has anyone experienced that before? When you release the old and there's suddenly a surge of energy for what is left, what still matters. Don't be afraid to let go of customers, old customers. They've served you, you've served them for a time. Doesn't mean forever. So the real question here is, which aspects serve your distilled vision? So that's what we're wanting. We're wanting to know what is left at the end of this cycle. What's only the stuff that's really relevant should be carried into the new natural year in Aries. No frills, no other stuff that's half-baked or half-assed or you're just holding on to, because get clear on that this month. You can be brutal if you want. Ask for that clarity. Any questions, any insights are you getting from this about what you may need to release from your business? So your love meter is how much love you feel for this, and that applies to software as well. The software you use, do you love using it or do you hate it? If you hate it, that means you're having to apply force, overcome your own resistance, you're wasting energy. What's the point? Find software that's better. That's in energetic alignment with you. I talked about this, I think actually in Virgo last year, where the software that you choose to use, the apps on your phone even, if you don't love using them, if you don't gel with the interface, you're going against your natural grain when you have to use it each time. And this especially applies to bookkeeping systems. Whatever systems you use to do your books, my goodness, make sure that you love using it. Or at least your bookkeeper does. Because if you don't love using your money systems, well, what do you think that means? It's not flowing. So your love meter really matters this month. That's what Pisces is all about. It's all love. How much love do you feel? If you don't feel total love for something, that means you're a bit apathetic, perhaps. If you're apathetic about your customers, the systems you use, your offerings, how do you think that translates? Speaking like a Virgo here. Priscilla, I've noticed that I'm starting to think of a few things I used to offer years ago and stopped/dropped are making a resurgence. Ha, cool. Yes, isn't that interesting? I've noticed that too. So what happens sometimes with offerings, they need to go dormant for sometimes years, in order to rise again in a different form. I think that's what you're referring to. Hey, Priscilla. Yeah. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, so that's something that you can consider too, is that whatever you retire this month, it doesn't mean it's dead forever. You might just be going to sleep for a while. That's okay too. The universe has plans that we don't always know about. Oh, Priscilla's saying it's like they were before their time. Yeah, brilliant. I hear you. Is anyone else experiencing that too? Started a business, tried to get certain offerings going several years back, didn't gel, didn't happen. And all of a sudden now people are asking for it, or people are ready. Interesting. So don't ignore those signs. This is a psychic month. The universe is going to communicate with you in mysterious ways about where that tide is going. Follow the tide. The current, I should say, not the tide. Follow the current. All right. Any other questions? Vision steps. Number 1, upgrade. How are you upgrading your business? This means, what are you putting to bed or passing on? Get clear on that. Draw that line in the sand this month. Vision. What is your co-creative dream for your business? So, as I mentioned before, you're not the only one creating your business. There is a lot of energetic support with you if you choose to avail yourself of it and you choose to cooperate with the soul of your business. Now, this is a big topic, and I will be actually doing a Facebook Live on the soul of your business and how to leverage that connection. Perfect month to do that in Pisces. So keep an eye out for that if you're new to this. So just think about your dream, and also, okay, ask the universe, what do you see? It's not just all coming from you. Cause. How will you give back to support your cause this year? So it might take you, if you haven't defined your cause before, it might take you a little while. And no matter how established your business is, even if you're brand new, you can still have a cause attached to your business. So you can give back in some way. In fact, you know, the most generous people in the world are the ones who have the least to give. So even baby businesses can give back in some way, even if it's through your time or connecting people. And finally, what's the priority? This relates back to the tree that you saw, your business as a tree. If you're going to ground all of this vision that you're having this month, which aspect of your tree requires more attention, or most of your attention, in the coming year? For me, it was roots. For you, it might be I need to strengthen my trunk, or it could be my branches are too small, or I don't have enough leaves. What's going on? Or maybe there's no fruit on your tree. What's that about? So you can explore this with your business Deva too. I'll talk about that on the live show. So your priority for the coming year, when we start the new year, we do our 12-month cycle plan, which means we look at what is our intention for this natural year. What's the overarching theme or desire or aim for the year? And then how do we break that down into milestones? I'll be talking about that in the coming cycles. But that's where that's born from. Knowing from your tuning in this month to your business tree, what does it need most to grow? Okay, they're your steps. So really what this month is about is distilling your vision, supporting your cause in a practical way, even if it's a very small way, and taking action. The action is the key piece, vision to action. And what that means is you actually have a socially responsible business. And that's how we want to be seen as conscious business owners. People want to know, how's she giving back? All right, no questions. We're going to go into planning for this cycle now. Oops, I misspelt responsibility. That was a bit lax, wasn't it? Okay, so before we go into cycle planning for Pisces, let's talk about partnering. So as I mentioned at the start of the call, partnering is optional, but I do send out an action sheet every month after the workshop, which outlines the steps for you to work through to make the most of this month, this theme. So you can choose to do that if you're smart with a partner. You'll be surprised how much more you get out of the process and out of the month when you do this in conjunction with someone else who's been on the workshop like you. So partnering simply means that you want to choose someone from the directory. I'll show you that in a moment. And set a time to meet this month and work through the Pisces worksheet together. Simple as that. Share your ideas, give each other feedback, just connect as well. So the more connections you make within this group, Business by Nature, the more your business can grow, the more people who get to know what you do, and the more people that you can support through your own word of mouth, the better for all. It's amazing in the age of Aquarius how magical this process of networking really is. It's who you know, it's which networks and groups you're a part of that really matter now. So I will show you the spreadsheet later. You can add your name for partnering. In the meantime, we want to look at this cycle. So this is the Pisces cycle, not any eclipses or retrogrades. My goodness, thank God we get a rest. We can go with the flow a bit now. So plan your vision cycle means that we want to set your cycle intention. My example is here. Mine is to thoroughly cleanse and release outdated offerings and content. The big cleanse this month for my business. I'm going to start the next year with a clean slate. So for you, you just want to tune in. What rises to the surface when you tune into what your business needs in terms of these aspects of Pisces? And then you want to break it down. What are the key actions that are going to help you fulfill that intention? So for me, I need to tune in to the creator program that's coming and perhaps design it. It may or may not happen this month. It may happen in Aries instead, but I'm certainly tuning in. As I mentioned before, I'm revisiting the cause for sacred business, how I'm actually going to go about that, supporting my cause, releasing the creator constitution charts, that's coming, and clearing my hard drive and backups, etc. So there's some of my actions. I don't always get clear on my actions from the start of the cycle, like the day the cycle starts. Sometimes I need to move into the cycle for a few days to, just get a feel for what's emerging. So if you're different, you do it on day dot, awesome. If you don't, that's totally cool. It might take up to a week for you to get clear, but I wouldn't leave it longer than a week. Otherwise you're wasting time. Anyone got anything to share about their cycle intentional actions? Questions? Are you clear on what you're doing this month? Rachel, Nat, I haven't actually started my business yet, so how could I apply this to me? Oh God, even better, Rachel. It means you're still in the dreaming. This is the dreaming month. So if you haven't started your business yet, which some others may not have either, that's totally cool. So what you want to do is actually document what you're dreaming. And I mean daydreaming or night dreaming. However you tune in to what your business seed, this creation is. Just do a lot of writing this month. Write down anything that comes to you about this new business. So you might even write down about the cause too, even though you're not necessarily grounding it yet. So, and highly recommend tuning into the soul of your business. So stay tuned for that one too. Starting in time with the new natural year. Yeah, so that's right. So if you want to start something in Aries, brand new, never done before, then get a feel for that now. What's this new thing that's wanting to birth through me? Get acquainted with the seed. Tracy, feeling like I'm moving in a new direction, just going with that and not resisting it feels liberating. Cool. So you're going with the current, seeing where you end up. That's exciting for sure. So you're allowed to do that this month. Just lie on your back and go, okay, where's this taking me? I'm looking for the signs. Show me, universe. Great time to spend time in the ocean too. Yeah, that's good. And a lot of people I've noticed, even if they've been in business a long time, are reinventing themselves and their business this year. So even though you may have been going in a particular direction, just be prepared for that to change direction somewhat. Doesn't mean you lose anything that you already have. It's all been useful, but there could be a new course coming. But that is exciting and liberating, as you say, Trace. Cool. All right. One more comment. Jody. So getting more clear on the long-term intention of the Sisterhood Showcase would be the intention, and the actions would include communing more with her Deva and my ancestors. She's been particularly helpful and creative already. Good. So Jody's had at least a couple of years of getting acquainted with her Deva, business Deva. So she's helped you create this showcase. That's cool. It's magic what happens when you start communing with your business Deva, really. So yes, you can do more communing with her. I would highly recommend it, given this is a less action-focused month, because be prepared, everyone. This is the calm before the storm. Because when we get to Aries, it's full on. It is full on power energy, like no holding back. It's fast. It's hit the ground running. And you don't want to be hitting the ground running going, oh, what am I doing again? What's my direction? You're really seizing your direction, planting your flag in Aries. So we get plenty of time to prepare for that. Tracy, holding on due to fear, just not holding on due to fear, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's right. And, you know, Pisces is very much about, as I said before, revisiting the past, and our past is what we hold on to, the fears that keep us trapped in our comfort zones. So if you know that you need expansion this year and things are getting stale in your business, if your love meter is kind of waning a bit, the apathy is creeping in, then really spend a lot of time looking at the past, releasing the past, being grateful for the past. you know, saying thank you for all this has brought, all the prosperity these offerings have brought, these customers have brought to me. So when you get to that point of gratitude, it's easy to release. Oh, Jody has a new business Dava. Oh, cool. Is that for the showcase specifically? So this is what you may find. If you have multiple businesses, as I said before, each discrete creation has a Dava. So for me, I have a Dava of the creator types, as well as a Dava for sacred business, as well as other Davas for other business partnerships and collaborations I've been a part of. So you can have a whole soul council if you like, which is what I do. I meet with my own soul and the souls of my businesses and creations, and I ask them all one by one, what do you have to share? Do you have a message for me? What is my next step? Cool. Rachel, is the business Dava the soul energy of the business? Yes, it is. Yes. So Dava is like a Sanskrit term, I believe, for soul, or that's the translation. Or it's like an energetic equivalent to the physical entity. So yes, it's the soul of your business. Jody, I mean, the Sisterhood Showcase has a totally new Dava from my family tree of beliefs Dava. Yep, cool. So it means when you have a new Dava come through for a new creation, it means the creation has its own path or destiny in a way that's not the same as your business. So it sounds like it's like an apple fell from the tree and that seed germinated and grew its own Dava, Jody. It dropped from the family tree of beliefs. Cool. Oh, there's lots we could talk about Davas. Anyone who's heavy on Pisces in this call, then you'll love this topic. Okay, moving on. So I want to show you the Business by Nature directory so that it's very clear how to do partnering. Because all you have to do is select who you want to partner with from this list for this cycle only. You can partner with someone different each cycle. You can skip a cycle. You can have the same person next cycle. It's totally up to you, but it is up to you. So you have to initiate this. So you choose someone from here. So someone who's a tree or a sapling, because they're the ones doing the workshops. And then you click on this tab here. And look, we already have a couple for Pisces. Good on you, Priscilla and Janet, for getting ahead of the game. We've already paired up. So you just add your names together in each cell. So this means that people can see, okay, so Priscilla's already taken, so I won't partner with her. Simple as that. Or if you really want to partner with Priscilla, which I highly recommend, she's pretty awesome, then you should just send her a message and say, hey, are you up for a second partner this month? That's what these guys did last month. So there was some double up. If you have extra time or inclination and you want to get to know people in this community faster, then do it. Have multiple meetings each month. You'll learn more. Okay, so that's really it. You can choose your partner based on their time zone, if it's convenient. You can choose your partner based on their creator type, if known. If you don't know your creator type, it doesn't matter. It's only there for people who do and want that information. So if you want to meet up with another type just like you can do that. Or if you want someone vastly different, you can do that too. Any questions about partnering? So what I do suggest is that you just simply reach out via Facebook and send a message, a private message to that person. And that's why there's a column there that says Facebook alias, because not everyone's name is the same as their Facebook name. So keep that in mind. So in terms of this directory, it's there for you to use. This is your tribe. If you really resonate with Business by Nature and the teachings of this community, then invest in it. Get to know the people in it, like you. Cool. And that's about it. We're done. So if you want to share this around and you want to invite your friends and colleagues and your customers even to this group, you can do that. You can simply invite them. You're all able to do that. And you can add their names, or make sure they add their names to the directory when they do. And you can also share any posts and shows from this group. It's now a public group. And that's it. That's all, folks.